And both you and I shouldn't be too shy about letting go for once. Come and be free with me.
Before we get on with showing you around Allure of the Seas, we'd like to put her enormous size into context for you, so here are a few quick stats. She was built in 2010 and at the time was the biggest cruise ship in the world. She weighs 225,282 gross tons, and she can carry 6,780 passengers and 2,100 crew members for a total of 8,880 people aboard. She's 1,187 feet long and 215 feet wide with 16 decks, 5 pools, a spa, a casino, a fitness center, and several theaters and nightclubs. She was launched at a cost of $1.13 billion. By comparison, the USS Gerald Ford, the United States' newest and largest aircraft carrier, has a flight deck of 1,092 feet. And for a visual comparison, here's what Allure of the Seas would look like next to the Titanic. Now that you've been properly introduced, let's show you around the ship. We'll start in Central Park, an open-air deck in the center of the ship, with restaurants and cafes offering patio dining tucked in among the more than 14,000 trees and plants. It makes it easy to forget you're cruising on the open ocean, thousands of miles from land. All this beautiful foliage here, all of this is real, and they have something like over 14,000 plants on board. Every single one of them is potted individually. You can't tell it when you look at it. It looks like a garden, but they're all individual potted plants that make up this Central Park area, and it's just beautiful.
Okay, we are now at the Royal Promenade. So we'll take a cruise through that.
And then at the other end is the Boardwalk.
And the other end is the Boardwalk. We got to go through where they're doing line dancing.
That went out in the 80s.
Really? Freaking achy breaky heart called. He wants his line dance back. Later. The Boardwalk, located at the stern of the ship, makes you feel like you just stepped into an amusement park. There's a carousel for the kids, a hot dog and brat stand, morning donuts and coffee, and it leads to the Aqua Theater where daring divers perform spectacular feats.
Yeah, cool.
Yep, that's my husband.
Oh no, I got my flip flops on. My wife will have time, but
Where else was it like to see, right?
hey, Cindy.
Yeah, good.
I tried.
So it's 5:30. We had to try out Johnny Rockets. Got to get a cheeseburger.
It's a burger joint.
It's a burger
That's
joint.
what Johnny Rockets is,
But
in case you didn't know.
like with kind of a 50s theme to it. But we're here at 5:30. I guess maybe it's because Mamma Mia's going on right now, but we've got the whole place all to ourselves. There's nobody else here. It's pretty cool.
Okay.
How is that, Mom? Oh, yum.
All right.
Okay.
Chocolate milkshake. All right.
Thank you.
I thought you put it on a plate you didn't want anymore.
No, I said it was consolidated. Okay, I think you should film Bubba now eating his hamburger.
Evitar otros patinadores y no patine contra el tráfico. Las personas delante de usted.
Well, here we go. We're gonna go see if we can bust our butts on the ice rink.
See if we can. See if when.
It's gonna be a lot of grabbing the rail and hanging on for dear life. We can't film while we're actually out there, but we'll try and get some. We'll try and take turns so that you guys get a really good laugh along with us. It should be interesting.
Should be. It's going to be.
Resting against the wall.
Now I've got him.
Little bastard's teaching me a lesson.
Bunch of time it starts to get like holdy. Like no, like a hole. Here comes Dad.
I got the hang of it. Ooh, ooh.
High five.
Yes, we survived.
We said we weren't going to hurt ourselves because our butts were already cracked, so.
I got a little crack too.
We don't need to know about his crack, do we?
My dainty rear end.
Well, I have an old crack there.
That was fun, though. It's been at least 15 years, and I didn't fall. So that's a huge bonus. But these little kids, oh my gosh, they zip right around you, fall right in front of you. Remember when we used to be able to do that?
Yep.
But now we can say we have ice skated at sea.
Yeah. And it's weird to ice skate on a ship.
Because it's moving. We are somewhere off the west coast of Africa right now. But that was fun. We had learned one morning that a fellow passenger had suffered a heart attack. A few hours later, the ship's captain announced that a helicopter would be arriving to retrieve the passenger and get him, or her, we don't know, to a hospital. We had seen a large helipad on the bow of the ship, so naturally we assumed the chopper would land there. We went up to the atrium to try to get a good vantage point, but unfortunately, since the entire front of the ship is glass, all passengers were evacuated from this area for safety reasons. At this point, we were sailing about 200 miles south of the Azores, a small archipelago of islands belonging to Portugal. In order to make this rescue possible, the ship's captain diverted our course and began steaming straight towards the Azores. This was necessary to bring the ship within range of the helicopter, which was being deployed by the Portuguese Navy. When the helicopter arrived, it hovered over the bow of the ship, lowering a medical team on board. Once the patient had been properly stabilized for travel, the helicopter again hovered over the bow of the ship, hoisting up both medical team and patient. It was quite a sight to see, and as the helicopter gained altitude with their patient now headed towards advanced medical care, the entire ship erupted in cheers.
We saw a helicopter today. That was real. Check out my... I'm looking like Trump now, ain't I?
Got that tan going with the white rings around his eyes.
A raccoon.
It was an interesting day. We were sitting on the back deck and heard the captain come on and said that they had a medical emergency and they were going to be landing a helicopter on the ship for a medical evacuation. I guess at 8 o'clock this morning somebody had a heart attack on board and they needed to get him to a hospital. So of course everybody was up on top of on the top deck for 4.5 hours waiting for the helicopter to come in.
Yep. He said I'm going to turn north and slow it down to where the helicopter can go and meet us, and it'll be about an hour. 5 hours later.
Right.
5 hours later, he gets on the PA and he's like, in a half hour, it's going to happen. And he did. I mean, they slowed down to about 7 knots.
Yeah.
and pointed northward.
We had to get close to the Azores,
Yeah,
and they flew a helicopter out from the Azores.
as you will see in the video.
Yes, we did get some video. Now we tried to go up to the very front of the ship because the helicopter pad is on the bow, but because of the big glass structure up front and everything, they kicked everybody off and made us all move further back on the ship. So we got the best we could of it, but
We got the best for yous.
we're here with my parents, and they've been on 43 cruises, and this is the first time they've ever seen a medical evacuation by helicopter on any of their cruises. So this is one of those very rare moments to be able to catch. So, and now we're
We got to see 2 dolphins, or 1 dolphin twice today.
yes.
And we're starting to see birds now. We've probably got about, let's see, I'll let you know here in a minute when it comes across the screen, because they got this thing on the screen of the TV that tells you where you're at, conditions.
Today we are between the Azores and the Canary Islands.
Yeah.
But well, see now.
We've still got 5 days to get there. But
We have, as of the noon report today, we had cruised 3,300 miles and still had 1,200 miles to go.
and it's going to be popping up here pretty quick.
Yeah, but they don't have, they said on there that we'd only cruised 900 and something miles.
Sea depth is 4,340 meters. I don't know how many that is. Oh, it doesn't give us how far we've...
No.
Yeah, they messed it up. Somebody hit the clear button up in the deck, or
Someone hit the wrong button.
where the captain is.
But it was an entertaining day. We got to ice skate at sea today.
Don't do it.
I'll tell you what, those little brats on skates, they zipping around you, just about making you fall over. It's not nice to do to old people on skates.
No. I put those things on and I went, oh, I'm going to be breaking a hip.
We didn't, though. We stayed on our feet.
Surprisingly, yes, we did stay on our feet.
I thought we did good.
The handrail is your friend.
Yes. It's been probably at least 15 years since either one of us has been on them.
Oh, yeah.
It was great, though. And then we were just chilling on the back deck, and then we were entertained the rest of the afternoon by the helicopter. So, all right. I think it's bedtime.
Yeah, you know what? It is 9 o'clock at night.
In Florida, it is 5 o'clock.
6 o'clock. 6:10.
Okay.
Yeah, because I'm still on Florida time.
Oh, okay.
So it's 6:10 in Florida,
And
9:10 here.
3:10 in California.
This is so weird. And it's dark out already.
Well, yeah, it's 9 o'clock.
I know. It's weird. It's redneck. This hillbilly ain't seen this before.
So we got another sea day tomorrow, and then we get our first port call, our only port call, in Malaga, Spain.
Wait a minute. We got a sea day tomorrow and a sea day the next day.
Well, yeah, we get a sea day after Malaga.
We don't get into Malaga tomorrow.
Day after tomorrow.
We get in there on Tuesday? What's today? Sunday.
Today's... Okay, so maybe we have 2 more sea days. And then Malaga. And then a sea day. And then Barcelona.
See.
Something like that. I don't know. Only reason we get to see Malaga is because the ship's going to need fuel.
We need fuel.
I mean, it's a get her over there and get her into port, into dry dock for repairs kind of trip. They just...
We've been humping about anywhere between 18.5 to 19.5 knots.
This ship's been hauling ass. I think there was a rooster tail coming off the back at one point.
Yeah. We've been hauling butt.
But that's okay. They've been taking good care of us. They have been feeding us too well.
Yeah, so if you guys see a full body length of me, it's my double. Double.
That's all right. We're going to walk it all off once we get over there. So
It's my stunt double that I let come onto this trip. Don't worry about it.
all right. Bedtime. We'll catch y'all again down the... I was going to say down the road, but...
We'll catch you on the other side of the pond.
the other side of the pond.
Okay, bye.
Join us next time when we take you to the ancient Spanish city of Cordoba, where we walk across a 2,000-year-old bridge built by the Romans and tour a cathedral large enough to hold 38,000 people. Thank you all so much for watching. Please remember to leave us a comment, hit that like button, and of course subscribe if you haven't already. Muchas gracias, and we will see you in Cordoba.